All right, we are back on Sporcle. We're going to do some NASCAR Sporcle today. It's been way too long. This is one of my favorite activities to do. We're back on Ryan Braves' account. This guy's literally any type of quiz you want, especially NASCAR related. He's got it. So let's see. We're going to try to find a good one to start off. Let's do a bit of a throwback. I like doing these ones. The winners, all the winners in all the series every year. I think these ones are really fun to do. Back in 2005, obviously the Truck Series was at I think 25 races, so that's why there's a few more challenge or a few more races, 96 in total, and I think the Xfinity Series was at 35 as well. So let's see how quickly we can nail these all. 7 minute timer. Let's see how we can do. Starting off with the Daytona 500, that went to Jeff Gordon. Good start. California was a great year for Greg Biffle. He lit up the series, won 5 of the first 15 races, and then won the finale at Homestead. Vegas went to Jimmy Johnson. He started off the year so good. We really thought after he won 4 of the 10 chase races in '04. A lot of people thought this was going to be his year. Didn't end up happening. They were a year too early. Atlanta, great finish, was the first win for Carl Edwards. Won his first career Cup and Xfinity race the same weekend. To my knowledge, I think that's the only guy that's ever done that. And, looking at the prospect of how development happens nowadays, you'll be hard pressed to see that ever happen again. Bristol, the only win on the year for Kevin Harvick. Hard to believe, knowing how we see Harvick nowadays. Phoenix, this was the first night race of Phoenix, went to Kurt Busch, so all the Busch brothers are clear now. Richmond, the first win finally for Casey Kane. He won 2 Xfinity races as well. Nice. Sonoma, this is where I almost type Sonoma. This is where we see a lot of wins coming for Tony Stewart. Look at that, 5 and a 7 race span, and he won the Xfinity race at Daytona. Chicago was a bad year for Dale Jr., but he did get the win here. Michigan, the last win for Jeremy Mayfield. Bristol, Matt Kenseth made a great rally in the second half of the regular season to make the chase, highlighted by this win. He led 415 laps in this race. New Hampshire went to the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman, his last win until the Daytona 500 in 2008. And he ran a bunch of Xfinity races late in the year and just absolutely wiped the field. Talladega was the last win for Dale Jarrett in the UPS 88 car, one of my favorite cars to look back on. Kansas, a lot of people thought this was going to be the last win for Mark Martin, but he had that magical year in 2009 with Hendrick Motorsports. All right, so the Cup Series is down. Mexico City, this was the first year for that in the Xfinity Series, and it went to Martin Truex, who won back-to-back Xfinity titles this year. Nashville, I think this was the first win for Reed Sorensen. A lot of drivers early on in Nashville got their first career win. It made sense. It was a standalone race for the series. Good opportunity for them. Nashville again. I think we're gonna have to go back to that one. No, this was Clint Boyer. I forget Clint Boyer ran this year. This is his rookie year. Finished second in points. Milwaukee, Johnny Sauter, I believe, dominated this race. Pikes Peak last year for that, and I think this is the last win for David Green. And that's it. We got the Truck Series down. Daytona, I think this is the race Jimmy Spencer went to victory lane and they had to pull his car out because it ended under caution. And it went to Bobby Hamilton. Yes, sir. Fontana, feel good win. Steve Park got the job done. Atlanta, I think this was Hornaday. And I think this was a really good finish with Bobby Labonte, if memory serves. Martinsville, well, it wasn't him, but we got him anyway. There were a couple races in this time where it was current or former Cup drivers. Was it Ricky Craven? No, but he also went to Martinsville. Could have been Jamie McMurray. No, not this year. Was it Labonte? It was Bobby Labonte. Okay. Gateway. This was the only win for Ted Musgrave. I typed Gateway. I don't know why I did that. I do that a lot. This is the only win on the year for Ted Musgrave, but he made it count. Dominated and ended up winning the championship. Texas. This is going to be a tough one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go down the line like I normally do. I think Skinner might have won a couple. He did. I know Bodine came on strong later on in the year. Man, I'm struggling. Did Todd Cleaver ever win a race? I don't think he did. Dennis Setzer did. Yes, he won 4. Okay, this Memphis race went to Brandon Witt. So we've got 2 more to try to get. Let's see. Could have been Jack Sprague. Okay, that's 1. So who won in Nashville? My guess is going to be David Starr. No. Huh. This is easily my worst performance yet on one of these Sporcles. Nashville. I am just drawing a blank on this one. I'm trying to think. Johnny Benson got his first win in 06. It wasn't Shane Meal. He got his only win in 04. It wasn't David Starr. It's not a guy like John Wood. It's not a guy like Brendan Gaughan. And what's tough is, obviously, we've gone through all these guys. It's not like it's going to be a repeat. So I'm really just struggling to think of who this could be. We got 5 seconds left. It's going to bother me when this name pops up, but let's just see it. Our first miss. David Rudiman. Oh, man. I forget all about that Darrell Waltrip truck, that 17. I forgot all about that. He's one of the more obscure drivers that's won in all 3 series, but man, I should have gotten that. All right, 95 and 96. Better than the average score, but man, that's one I should have had. That's bad. All right, let's try to find another one. All right, let's see how well I know my home track. We've got 40 questions here, trying to guess every winner at the track now known as Worldwide Technology Raceway, formerly known as Gateway International Raceway, and then Gateway Motorsports Park. Let's see. And go. So easy enough. Cup Series, they just started 2 years ago. It was Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. Xfinity hasn't been there since 2010. We'll go bottom to top, actually. The first race was Elliott Sadler. Then Dale Earnhardt Jr. won both years. He won the championship. Kevin Harvick's first NASCAR win actually came at Gateway first in the National Touring Series. 2002, Greg Biffle also won en route to a championship. 03, I believe, Mike Bliss was leading on the last lap but ran out of fuel. Winner was Scott Riggs. 2004, Martin Truex. 2005 and 2007 was Mr. Reed Sorensen. 2006, the hometown boy, Carl Edwards, won in 2008, and in 2010, where he took out Brad Keselowski. I always forget that Gateway got 2 races in 2010 and then fell off the schedule entirely for the Xfinity Series. That's always been kind of puzzling to me, but it's how it worked out. 1998, I think the first winner was Joe Ruttman. It was not. Let's see, Rich Bickle. No. Rick Corelli. Okay. That works. 2000. Let's see. Wasn't Setzer. 2001, I believe, was Musgrave. Annie won in 05. Perfect. 2002 was Terry Cook with the Bob Keselowski truck. 2003 was Brendan Gaughan. 2004's race was unbelievable. If you haven't seen the highlights to that one, it's a lot of fun. But it went to David Starr. 2006, Todd Bodine en route to the championship. 07, I think, was Hornaday. It was not, but he won in 08. Was it Skinner? No, that was 09. It must have been not E. Benson, Johnny Benson. And then Kevin Harvick won in 2010. They took a break, 2014. I've been at all of these races since except for 2020. This was Bubba Wallace, Cole Custer, Christopher Bell. All these guys, second career wins. It was a big trend. Whenever I picked a guy, I always picked a guy that only had 1 career win. But the trend got broken by John Hunter Nemechek. Chase Briscoe, I think, should have won this race. He was really strong. 2018, Noah Gragson should have won, but he did not. It went to Justin Haley. 2019 was Ross Chastain. 2020, the race I was not at. Same winner in 2020 and 2021 was Sheldon Creed. He also won the ARCA Series in 2018 when they came back, dominated that race. 2022 was the second career win for Corey Heim. And then last year was Grant Enfinger. So now we just got to figure out who won in 2000. Could it be Dennis Setzer? No. Could it be Jack Sprague? Yes. All right, that one went a lot better. 74% average. I feel like that makes a good bit of sense. Obviously, you're going to get these ones. Most of these are pretty straightforward. Some of the earlier years might be tougher, but it's guys you know like Harvick and Jr. And then the Truck Series, yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, but yeah, pretty happy with that one. Let's find one more. Okay, we found a different one this time. This isn't the same guy, but it feels relevant for this weekend because the Cup Series and Xfinity are at Talladega. We're going to try to find all the winners at Talladega. This picture still hurts me. That's from 2013. Matt Kenseth should have won that race. I think he led 142 laps, but that was a race that David Reagan and David Gillen went 1-2 for Front Row Motorsports. Awesome finish, but it's a lot easier to stomach if your driver didn't have a chance to win that day. So let's see how we can do. There's 109 races. This is Cup only. So let's see what we can do. With this one, first race went to Richard Brickhouse. I can't pretend to know all these early ones in chronological order. We'll get to that point eventually, but we're just going to name some guys. So let's see. David Pearson won 3 times. Nice. Allison. Obviously, the Alabama gang has quite a colored history here, not only with the wins, but with Davey Allison's plane crash in 1993 that unfortunately ended up taking his life. Moving on, 1970. Let's try. I always have trouble with Cale Yarborough's name. Got that. And is Leroy Yarborough's name spelled differently? I guess not. Okay, I never know if they're the same or not. I always guess just in case. Let's try Petty. Good. Waltrip. Got a couple there. Good. Parsons. I know Phil Parsons won at the very least. Missing a couple guys early on. And I'm not really sure how much time I want to spend on them. Did Bobby Isaac win? I know he famously walked out. Baker. Buddy Baker was the man on some of these big tracks. Let's see. 1986, I know Bobby Hillen won. Good. And at some point, Earnhardt started to win. That's 16 right there. Good. Oh, and Bill Elliott. This 1985 one is maybe the most impressive race win in NASCAR history. Made up 2 laps under green and then just drove away from the field. Literally 5 miles. Maybe the fastest race car in NASCAR history. Let's see, 1988. Trying to think if there's like a really big winner at some point. I don't think Rusty Wallace ever won. Oh, but Bubba Wallace did. I forgot about that. Okay, we got that one. Did Rudd ever win? No. We'll move on. I think 1991 might have been Ernie Irvan. No, it was not, but he does have 2. Let's move on. Jimmy Spencer. Won in 94. Good. Sterling Marlin. Dale Jarrett. Mark Martin. Okay, you got that one in 95. 96 was Jeff Gordon. This is the race where Dale Earnhardt had that major crash and broke, I think it was his collarbone and his sternum, if I recall correctly. October 97. Was that Bobby Labonte? No, it was Terry Labonte. Bobby won in April 98. Okay, very good. April 2001 was Bobby Hamilton. This was an exciting finish. May 2006 went to Jimmy Johnson. Let's see, October 2006, Johnson and Earnhardt took out going 1-2. Brian Vickers ended up with that win. April 08, Kyle Busch. October 08, Tony Stewart had like 7 second-place finishes before he finally got a win here. April 09 was the crazy finish with Carl Edwards going into the catch fence. Brad Keselowski, your winner. November '09 was Jamie McMurray. He also won in October 13. A Talladega race in November. That seems hard to believe. That's really late for Talladega. It was never past the, what, seventh race in the chase. That's a late year for NASCAR. April 2010, Kevin Harvick. October 2010 and 11, Clint Boyer. Nice. October 2012, I remember this race fondly. Matt Kenseth won it. May 13, David Reagan. May 14 was Denny Hamlin. This updated? It is updated. Okay, so we got it all the way up to modern day. October 2015, Joey Logano. How many does he have? He only has 3 wins here. For some reason I thought he had more. May 2017, Ricky Stenhouse. He did a great job blocking to win this race, by the way. It's like 3 wide, and he just blocked the lanes to perfection. October 2018, Eric Almirola. This is a really cool win. He had been a long time coming in 2018. He had a great year. 2019, Ryan Blaney has, I think, 3 wins. Yes. April 22. Oh, Ross Chastain. So that's all the early ones. I feel like I'm forgetting some pretty notable guys here, and I don't know why I'm forgetting them. Did I not say Petty? Okay, I did. But where is he? Okay, there he is, 1983. So we've got 8 more. These 2 I should definitely be able to get. Jeff Bodine had to win at some point at Talladega, right? He didn't? Did Morgan Shepherd? Oh, I know who it is. It's not Morgan Shepherd. It's Kenny Schrader, right? Okay, 1988. We still don't have the 1991 though. That's so weird. Oh, Harry Gant. He ran out of fuel on the last lap and ended up getting the win. So we've got 6 early on in the modern era. And the fact that I can't figure these out is driving me a little bit crazy. Did Tiny Lund ever win here? I know he ended up getting killed here. No. What about Dave Marcus? He did get one. Nice. Okay. I should know these. I'm trying to think of like Daytona 500 winners in the time. 79 was Petty. 80, I think, was Buddy Baker. This is like the era of Bobby Allison and Cale Yarborough winning everything in sight before Waltrip came in. And we've got Waltrip, we've got Petty beforehand. We tried Benny Parsons. No, Phil's got to win here. I don't know if Benny does. I don't see him. Pearson, Gordon, Waltrip, Allison, Yarborough, Wallace. Is it too late for guys like Fred Lorenzen? I don't know why that's the name that came to mind. I'm just drawing a blank here. Let's see who it is. James Hilton, Dick Brooks, Lenny Pond, Neil Bonnet, Ron Bouchard. Okay, I should have gotten Bonnet and Bouchard, but I'm not too mad at that. Yeah, just a couple of obscure ones. Man, I thought I was going to do well at that. Let's have a challenge. Let's try best of the 80s. See if we can name the leaders in, see, wins, top 5s, top 10s, laps led, short track starts, average finish, poles, road course wins, long oval track wins, all-star wins, and championships. There's really going to be no method to the madness here. I think the easiest plan of attack is to start with championships because I have to imagine these guys are going to take up a lot of these spots. So we'll start with Darrell Waltrip won 3. So did Dale Earnhardt. 80, 86, and 87. So let's see, 1980 was Earnhardt, 81. And 82 was Waltrip, 83 was Allison. Then it was Terry Labonte. 85 was Waltrip, 86, 87 Earnhardt, 88 was Elliott, and 1989 was Rusty Wallace. And that gives us 61 down. Let's see, who won road courses? Oh, Ricky Rudd was the man. But he didn't win the most. That's surprising me. Oh, I bet it was Tim Richmond. If I could type right. Yep, Tim Richmond won 5. Long oval track wins. I have to imagine that's going to be like Daytona, Talladega, and Michigan, right? So I know, I feel like it has to be a safe bet to guess Jeff Bodine. Yes. Okay, good. Poles is just, I don't even know where to start with that one. We'll try Petty because I know both Kyle and Richard ran a lot in this era. How much was Sterling Marlin running in this time? I guess now if you put a U in front of it or not at all. Okay. Let's see, Daytona 500s. Oh, Yarborough. Yeah, he didn't. I don't know if he ran full time at all in the 80s, but he was still running enough and winning a pretty good amount. Harry Gant seems like a good guess because he was. 13 wins. It's about a win a year. We already have Bill Elliott. We already have Allison. Who won the Daytona 500? It was like Buddy Baker. Good. Oh, and Benny Parsons, I know, won a lot. I thought he would have been higher on this one. Weird. Okay, so we've got 12 to go. 1984, I think, was still Yarborough. 85 was Elliott. 86, Bodine. 87, Elliott. 88, Allison. 89 was Waltrip, so that doesn't help us. I don't think it's any of the guys that won in the 90s. This one's pretty much good. Which was Bobby Hillin running, not enough. Anyone else in the Alabama gang? Neil Bonnet, maybe? Oh, that's a big one. You've only got 4 left now. It's polls and starts. Oh, for starts, I bet it has to be JD McDuffie. Wasn't JD McDuffie? Wow. Okay. Only 3 drivers ran all 296 races in that era. That's crazy. Just shows you how different the Cup Series was back then and the safety measures as well. So we've got 2 minutes 43 seconds. Let's see if we can get this one here. I know Ken Schrader was a pretty good qualifier, but not good enough. Anyone else from Missouri? I know I just stuttered trying to say that. No. Any other like great guys that didn't win a championship? Oh, we have Terry Labonte. Morgan Shepherd? No. We have Neil Bonnet. We have Ricky Rudd. We have Tim Richmond. Anyone else with Hendrick, maybe? No. Because it was Bodine, then went to Rudd. Anyone in between in the 5? I don't think so. At some point, Schrader took the 25. This polls one is really bothering me. I can't even wager a guess. I mean, Mark Martin came on late, but did he win enough polls? He did. He won 9. Wow. I feel like one of these guys is going to be on both of these, and that's going to bother me if I can't figure it out. We have Bodine, so it's not going to be someone like Brett. Todd's too young. I'm trying to think of correlations to guys that we already have in some way. Who drove for Junior after it was Terry Labonte in the Piedmont car? Sterling Marlin wasn't running enough yet. I think we already tried him. Rick Wilson? No. Harry Gant we already have. Let's give up. Let's see what we've got. Kowicki. I did not think Kowicki was going to be up there. Dave Marcus I should have gotten. Jimmy Means, 269. Okay. Still pretty good. I mean, I was born in 2000, so I'm pretty happy with this score. I just like to, we got on a high note here. Let's see if we can find one. I like the 80s one, so we're going to do one more up my alley. This is going to be the 2000s. This picture is from, that's got to be the 2005, I'm assuming fall Talladega race because Dale Jarrett's in front. And yes, I think Gordon had the Pepsi car in the spring race because he won that, so that's got to be it. I can tell mostly because of the Matt Kenseth car. So Let's see what we can do. Try to close these ads. 118 picks, 6 minutes to go. We'll do the same thing. We'll start with championships. With 4 is Jimmy Johnson. With 2 is Tony Stewart, Gordon, Labonte, Bush, and last but not least was Matt Kenseth. So yeah, we're already halfway done. Exactly halfway done. Wow. So let's see what else we can get. Let's get Earnhardt and Edwards, Biffle, Martin, Hamlin maybe, Newman, Harvick, Kane, and just like that, we've got 20 to go. Okay, that's really good. We'll go to road course wins. Oh, Robbie Gordon's already on here. Good. We'll do, I think these two are going to give us a good sample size. Montoya sticks out right off the bat. Marcus Ambrose hadn't won yet. We'll just kind of cover both of these at the same time. Jamie McMurray's got 2 wins in the 2000s on restrictor plates, that is. He had 3 in total. I'm looking ahead to this playoffs appearances one. Not so fast. He's not on here, but does Clint Boyer have any of these yet? He does have average finish, okay. Let's see. Early on, it was Steve Park. Got a win at Watkins Glen. Sonoma that year would have been, I think, Gordon. Then it was Stewart and Gordon. Then it was Rudd. So that's good. Now let's go restrictor plates. We haven't guessed Dale Jarrett. I have to imagine he's on there. He got 2. Oh, he won the Daytona 500 in 2000. That's what the other one is. Good. Let's see. It's not Earnhardt, obviously. He's there. Who won Daytona 500s? Oh, Waltrip. All 4 of his wins came in restrictor plate races in the early 2000s. We've got 11 to go. 3 chase appearances. Let's go. Inaugural one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was Sadler, Mayfield. He only made it twice, but let's just see if he's on here in any. Nope. And oh, Earnhardt. So it wasn't that one. It's got to be Jeff Burton. So we've got 6 to go now. Polls. It's these 3. Okay. So for this one, I like to think of guys that were rookies in like 2000 or the late 1990s. One guy that comes to mind we already have is Bobby Labonte, so we can't use him. I think Vickers won a fair number of polls. He did. He won 11. Good. So this guy's got to be fairly solid, but not win a lot of races. So is that a young guy? Not McMurray, not Kane, not Vickers, not Bush. Can't be, right? No. It would have been really impressive, though. So who missed just 1 race in the 2000s? That's such a weird number to only miss 1. Oh, and laps led. We don't have laps led yet? Wow. So let's see. Here I just like to go like by the numbers. It's a 00. It's not gonna be David Ruderman, Mike Bliss, Jack Sprague. 1 Park, Truex, McMurray. 2 Wallace. That's big. That gave us 3. So starts Bush, no. 3 Earnhardt, obviously. 4, no. 5 Labonte, Bush, Martin, Reagan. It's not gonna be either of those guys. Yeah, we have Martin. 7 Robbie Gordon, Jimmy Spencer, no. 8 Earnhardt, no. Elliott, no. Riggs, no. 11, no. 12, no. 13, no. 14, no. 15, Waltrip. We already have him. 16 Biffle, 17 Kenseth, 18 Labonte, 19 Mayfield, 20 Stewart, 21, 22. How many races did Dave Blaney run? He ran a lot. We're running low on time. 25. No. Was it Nemechek? Okay, we got one more. Come on. Boom! Let's go. I wanted that one bad. I don't know why I didn't think of Elliott Sadler when I was talking about the first chase appearances. What race? He must have missed a race early on in his career in 2000. I know he had that flip in Michigan in 2000. I don't think he missed another one after that. He had that horrible wreck of Pocono, but he didn't miss time for that, and that was in the 2010s decade anyway, so that wouldn't have counted towards this. But glad we ended this one on a high note. That was bothering me. So I love doing Sporcle quizzes. I'm sure we'll do some more in the future. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.